Hello and welcome to the Daily Moth. Today is Monday, February 5th. Ready for the news. Let's go. Last night was the 52nd Super Bowl game, and it was a high-scoring game, and the touchdowns went back and forth between the two teams, but congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles. They won their first Super Bowl ever. Nick Foles, he won MVP of the game, and he was a second string quarterback, but he started in the game due to the original quarterback tearing his ACL and LCL in his knee. So he's been playing ever since. But last night's game was great. He showed his skills against Tom Brady, and he really wowed the crowd, especially with his fourth quarter touchdown. Congratulations again to the Philadelphia Eagles. Now the fans have bragging rights throughout the year. Now, for the deaf community, there were a few lines of the woman, Alexandria, who was the signer. It was short, but there was a picture in a picture, but there was none for this crowd outside of the stadium. Inside the stadium on the Jumbotron, it showed the PIP, but not outside the stadium. Hopefully in the future they'll change that. But that will be up to NAD. They have the connection with the NFL and getting the interpreters for the Super Bowl games. But how do you influence the PIP? We really want to congratulate NAD for their relationship with the NFL and helping to get those interpreters. But that is one more step. The last step we need to do is get the PIP for the crowds. When the national anthem was finished, Marley tweeted a picture of the deaf community. It happened Friday afternoon in Akron, Ohio. A little girl that was 2 years old, she was found outside the home, out on the porch of the home, in freezing weather. It was 12 to 19 degrees. And the mother said she wasn't breathing. She called 911 and said, "My daughter's frozen." They started CPR and they took her by ambulance to the hospital. But when they got there, she had died. The cops are investigating what really happened. The name of the mother and the child have not been released yet. And the mother has another son. And they did an interview with the neighbor, and they said that often she finds the children outside and she has to take them home to the mother because the mother's nowhere. She says it really, really touched her and broke her heart. That's awful news. They will do the autopsy for the official cause of death. Sunday morning, an awful thing happened. Edwin Jackson, a player for the Indianapolis Colts, he died. Oh, he was hit by a drunk driver. Edwin was in the car with an Uber driver. He was on I-70 when Edwin began to feel sick, so they pulled the car over and they both got out of the car. It was dark, and the truck plowed into the back of them. The driver was 54, and he died. He was only 21. I'm going to back up. That was the passenger that was killed. The driver, he was drunk. And when he saw what he had done, he got out of the car and he ran, but the cops did catch him. Oh, he was an illegal immigrant. He was here without a license. And he was driving without a license. Back up. He was an illegal immigrant into the country, driving without a license. And he had been thrown out of the U.S. twice before, in 2002 and 2008. Now it's up to the federal courts and the process of the immigration. The Indianapolis Colts said it really touched them. It was a hard thing to lose Edwin. A U.S. Olympic doctor, Larry Nassar, he was 54. He was sentenced to 125 years for sexually. Okay, that's it. That's all I can do right now.